Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. Over the weekend, a major fire broke out at an amusement park in western India, killing 27 people, including several children. The fire erupted at the park in the city of Rajkot, located within the Gujarat state. Police officers at the scene said identifying bodies became very difficult. Footage showed firefighters clearing debris around collapsed tin roof structures that media reports said were used for bowling, go-karting, and trampoline attractions. The owner and manager of the amusement park was detained as an investigation was being launched into the cause. The Press Trust of India news agency said there are 27 confirmed deaths, 4 of which are children under the age of 12. Ahead of the Memorial Day weekend, the unofficial start of the summer season, the Biden administration released approximately 1 million barrels of reserve gasoline supplies in an effort to reduce gasoline prices this summer. The gasoline will be released in 100,000 barrel increments from reserves in Maine and New Jersey. Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm described the move as a strategic release between Memorial Day and July 4th to ensure sufficient supply for the tri-state and Northeast regions during a period of high demand. Gasoline prices typically rise in the summer as Americans travel more. Currently, gasoline prices are averaging about $3.60 nationwide, according to the American Automobile Institute. Last Friday, President Biden announced an additional $275 million in military aid for Ukraine. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said the package is part of the state's efforts to help Ukraine repel Russia's assault near Kharkiv. The package includes high-mobility artillery rocket systems called HIMARS and munitions including 155mm and 105mm high-demand artillery rounds. Additional items in the aid package include Javelin and AT-4 anti-tank systems, anti-tank mines, tactical vehicles, small arms, and ammunition for those weapons. The U.S. has now provided almost $51 billion in military assistance to Ukraine since Russia invaded in February of 2022. A new promising blood test that screens for colon and rectal cancers could move closer to FDA approval. California-based biotechnology company Guardant has applied for U.S. Food and Drug Administration approval of Shield, its blood test that screens for early signs of colorectal cancer. The FDA's Molecular and Clinical Genetics panel of the Medical Devices Advisory Committee will meet to discuss the benefits and risks of the test and vote on whether the test is safe and effective. Current options for colorectal cancer screenings include a stool-based test done either annually or every 3 years, a traditional colonoscopy every 10 years, a virtual colonoscopy every 5 years, a sigmoidoscopy procedure, which involves using a tube-like instrument called an endoscope to examine the lower part of the colon every 5 years. The Shield test works by detecting tumor DNA in blood samples, and a physician would need to order the test and kit for their patient. The blood test would not replace other screening methods that are commonly used. Comcast plans to launch a streaming bundle later this month that will include Peacock, Netflix, and Apple TV+. The streaming bundle was announced last week by Comcast Chairman and CEO Brian Roberts at MoffettNathanson's annual Media, Internet, and Communications Conference. Reportedly called Stream Saver, the bundle will be discounted but only available to subscribers of Comcast TV or Internet service. It's not entirely clear how much the new bundle will cost, but the cheapest way to get all 3 streamers at the moment costs users $23. The announcement comes on the heels of Disney, Warner Brothers, and Discovery announcing a new streaming bundle that will combine Max, Disney Plus, and Hulu. That bundle is scheduled to launch at some point this summer, though pricing for that package has not been announced. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more after the break.
Meet James. He was surprised to find out that he has elevated blood pressure, which could turn into high blood pressure. So he talked with his doctor about a healthy path to get his numbers down. He quit smoking, which makes a big difference for his overall heart health. He also cut down on salt by watching out for high sodium on food labels and added a 30-minute walk 5 days a week to his routine. These healthy steps weren't easy, but lowering his blood pressure was worth it. Learn more about his healthy path.
Welcome back. On Saturday, a suspect was arrested after 6 people, including 4 girls, were stabbed in separate attacks in Braintree and Plymouth. The 4 girls between the ages of 9 to 17 were attacked at the AMC movie theater on Grandview Road. About an hour later, a 21-year-old woman and a 29-year-old man were stabbed at a Plymouth McDonald's. All 6 were taken to local hospitals with non-life-threatening injuries. According to the Plymouth County District Attorney's Office, Jared Ravizza was arrested 15 minutes after fleeing the Plymouth scene and faces multiple assault charges. The 26-year-old is the suspect in multiple South Shore stabbing incidents, according to the Attorney's Office. 1 person died and more than 24 people were displaced after a fire broke out in an apartment in Braintree Thursday night, according to officials. The fire happened in the area of 26 McCusker Drive, also known as the Braintree Village. A joint statement from the state and local officials said emergency crews responded and soon found heavy smoke and flames in a first-floor apartment. A 59-year-old woman was found in the apartment and was pronounced dead at the scene. Another 25 people were forced out of their homes. Officials said the people who were displaced were being helped by their apartment building's management company and the Red Cross of Massachusetts as of Friday afternoon. The fire remained under investigation, but officials said it does not appear to be suspicious. On Sunday, the Veterans Services Office held a Memorial Day observance at the Garden of Honor located within the Blue Hills Cemetery. Local leaders, including Braintree Mayor Aaron Joyce, Congressman Stephen Lynch, Massachusetts Senator Walter F. Timilty, Veteran Service Officer Vincent Fountaine, and others gave remarks throughout the ceremony. The South Middle School Chorus was also present to sing renditions of My Country 'Tis of Thee and the Star-Spangled Banner. For the full Memorial Day observance, check out BCAM TV's public channel, Comcast Channel 9, and Verizon Channel 28, or go to youtube.com/BCAMTV. In hopes of raising $8 million, officials announced the town will be holding a special election in June to ask its voters to decide on the permanent Prop 2.5 tax override. Town Clerk James Casey said there would be no early vote-by-mail option for the June 15th special election. This is due to several reasons, including cost and the short window to get ballots mailed out in time. If a voter is unable to show up to their polling place in person, they can still vote with an absentee ballot. For more information on how to get an absentee ballot, head to braintreema.gov. The Braintree Parks and Recreation Department is holding sports and kiddos clinics this summer. For the camp starting July 1st, there are still spots available for more kids in both the clinics. Both clinics will be a 3-day week, as no programs will be held on Thursday, July 4th and Friday, July 5th. Cost is $220 and you can register online at braintreerec.com. Braintree residents can now be a part of beautifying the town more regularly. The Blue Bag Campaign is an initiative announced by the town where residents can pick up a blue bag and collect trash anywhere in town. Residents can now help beautify the town while on a walk, when you're out with friends, or while hanging out at the neighborhood park. When the bag is full, just leave it securely tied near the curb and alert the mayor's office where you left it. Once you call, the DPW will swing by and pick it up. For more information, head to braintreema.gov. Thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll be right back with more stories in the area.
Take steps to keep yourself and your family safe from ticks and the illnesses they can cause. Use EPA-approved tick repellents on your skin and clothes. Read and follow the directions. Wear light-colored clothing to make it easier to spot a crawling tick. Check for ticks on yourself, your kids, and your pets anytime you've been outdoors. Some tick bites can make you sick, but finding and removing a tick properly makes it less likely. Call your doctor if you start to feel ill or notice a rash near the bite. Play it safe when you're outdoors.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now let's get right into more stories. Last week, Massachusetts Attorney General Andrea Campbell joined the federal antitrust lawsuit against Live Nation, the company that owns Ticketmaster. Campbell and 29 other state attorney generals allege that Live Nation has illegally monopolized the live entertainment industry and in the process has harmed consumers, venues, and artists. According to the complaint filed in the U.S. District Court, Live Nation recognizes itself as the largest live entertainment company in the world, as it owns or controls several concert venues in North America. In Massachusetts alone, that includes the House of Blues Boston, MGM Music Hall Fenway, Leader Bank Pavilion, and the Xfinity Center. Hurricane season will soon be upon us, and Massachusetts could be in store for some severe weather this summer and fall. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration announced their forecast for the 2024 Atlantic hurricane season and predicted an above-normal season. This year's hurricane season is supposed to span from June 1st all the way through November 30th. NOAA is forecasting between 17 and 25 named storms, and of those, 8 to 13 will form hurricanes with winds of at least 74 miles per hour. Another 4 to 7 storms are predicted to become major hurricanes that are Category 3 to 5, with maximum winds of 111 miles per hour or higher. NOAA pointed to a variety of factors contributing to an above-average storm forecast, including near-record warm temperatures in the Atlantic Ocean, the development of La Niña conditions in the Pacific Ocean, reduced Atlantic trade winds, and less wind shear. The Quincy School Board has now hired its own legal counsel in an escalating conflict with the City Council. The turf war picked up when the council passed a law, which was signed by Mayor Thomas Koch, that closes schools on Lunar New Year. The law comes 6 weeks after the school board approved a calendar excluding Lunar New Year following a lengthy public debate. The dispute began May 6 when City Councilor at Large Nina Liang amended her original law, narrowing its scope to the schools, thus conforming to Koch's position. She amended the law after warning that the City Council does not have the authority to declare a city holiday under Massachusetts law. On Wednesday, a car slammed into a Weymouth nail salon on Union Street. The window of the business shattered with glass littering the ground. Crews had the sidewalks closed off in front of the building to clear the debris, but no injuries were made clear at the time of the crash. The salon, Weymouth Nails and Spa, is still open to customers. The Weymouth Water Department released a statement informing residents that scam texts are being sent about the quality of water in Weymouth. The texts being sent are not an official announcement from the Water Department or the town of Weymouth. The texts, which are a type of phishing attack, state, quote, "Over the last several years, we have been conducting an outsourced water quality test. The results of that test have indicated high levels of pollutants in the public water filtration system. Please do not consume," end quote. The Weymouth Water Department wants to remind residents that Weymouth water is safe to drink and that if you or somebody you know receives the previous text, to ignore it. Thanks for watching Braintree today. We'll be right back with more in entertainment.
Hi, I'm Tom Lyons, a retired captain from the Quincy Fire Department and the author of the book Fighting Fire, A Proactive Approach. Do you know that electrical failures are the third leading cause of home fires? Cords and plugs led in this category, while extension cords dominated this category. To avoid these fires, plug heat-generated appliances directly into an outlet. Do not use power strips or extension cords on these appliances. Power strips are designed for use with electronics only. Do not put electrical cords underneath rugs or pinch behind furniture. Do not overload outlets. Charge laptops and phones on hard surfaces only. Finally, if an electrical device is not working as designed, it is time to repair it or replace it. Be conscious of your home environment and be safe, and thank you for doing so.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Today we have 3 movie recommendations for you to watch. First, If follows a young girl who goes through a difficult experience and begins to see everyone's imaginary friends who have been left behind as their real-life friends have grown up. The film stars Kaylee Fleming and Ryan Reynolds. You can watch If now in theaters. Up next, The Strangers Chapter 1 follows a young couple who are forced to spend the night in an eerie cabin after their car breaks down in a rundown small town. Panic ensues as they are terrorized by three masked strangers who strike with no mercy and seemingly no motive. The film stars Madeline Pesh and Froy Gutierrez. You can watch The Strangers Chapter 1 now in theaters. And finally, in entertainment, The Veil is a miniseries that follows the relationship between two women playing a deadly game of truth and lies. One woman has a secret and the other has a mission to reveal it before thousands of lives are lost. The series stars Elizabeth Moss, and you can watch The Veil now on Hulu. That'll do it for news today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis, and thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.